Leave off. Let's wait for more people to get into the room. Sorry, guys. Ooh, 2 likes. Huh. You guys are wonderful. I'm not caught up, so I'm watching the room. You are on mute. Oh. Hydrate. Where did I leave off? Did you guys get to me where I was? Angela had made it to the room. Did I talk about the clock? Hi, Danny. How are you? Hi, Lily. Hi, Millie. Hi, Diane. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Izzy. Let me put my glasses on and I can say hi to you guys. Oh, these are dirty. I cannot say hi to you. I can't even see out of them. Chris is back. Yelling about the engagement party. Oh my God, that far? Whoa. I was going on. She is VIP. Okay. Hey, Emmy. All right. Yes, VIP. All right. We're back. Okay. 40 people in this room. I like you. Give me a thumbs up. This made it worse. Hi, Lucy. Happy New Year's, Mama. Besos. Okay. So, Angie's VIP, right? And she can't even muster up the Southern charm to say hello. She does her very best. They're like, how was your flight? She's like, I'm tired. I'm tired, girls. I can't. Tomorrow, I'll entertain y'all tomorrow. Okay, I'll be the crazy white lady tomorrow. So they get to the room and Michael is trying to like get her to be back to being happy, but she's tired and she's mad that he didn't mention the engagement party. So she's just like over it. So he sits her on the bed and then he says, close your eyes. And she's like, Michael, what? And he's like, I have a surprise. I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you. Close your eyes. And so he closes her eyes. She closes her eyes. And then he's like, what is that going to do, Michael? Like, it's like a cartoon. What is that, Michael? What is that going to do? Okay. How do you know that she can't see you? Hold on. Let me tell. Hold on. Tell me as soon as it gets bad or the buffering starts again. Thanks. Okay. And then he's like, oh, I'm so excited. She cannot see me. And he gives her a clock. And the clock, each number is like a picture of them. And in the center is a picture of like her and him from one of their 90-Day Fiancé things. And it was so cute. I thought it was cute. I mean, tacky, yes, but so cute and thoughtful. Like, I would definitely love to receive that from somebody. Would I put it up? Absolutely not. But I would love to receive it. And Angela loved it as well. And then she pulls out some, like, I don't know, girl, edible panties or something and starts to, like, tell him to take off his pants. It's buffering again. Whew. And he gets so embarrassed because she's like pulling out all this stuff. They have to blur it out. We can't even see what it is. I'm just like, girl, she's so extra. Then the next day, he wants to take her someplace so that she can eat Nigerian food. And she refuses to eat Nigerian food. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what could the cuisine be that is so disgusting to her? It's just rice and fish. But I guess it's just the way it's cooked. I don't know. I've never had Nigerian food, so I do not know. Okay. And he starts to walk her like to this spot that's in the back of a building, and she's acting like he is taking get like fake boobs or like fake butt shots. She's like, Michael, where are we going? Where are we going? I'm like, Angela, you from the swamps, girl. You know about this backwater stuff. There'd be some places you try to take him. That first scene when we first met Angela and she was with her daughter, her like old touching 16-year-old daughter, Scotty. We're in the back of some kind of place with like solo cups in a tent. She knows about this backwater stuff. Anyways, they get there. He tries to get her to eat fish, and I was just like, that's dumb. I hate when they set the person up. Like, give her like Nigerian breakfast. Is it fish? Is it? Or is it like some kind of like plantain situation? Like porridge or something. It just gave her an opportunity to act a fool, but she didn't act a fool as much as she wanted to. And then he tries to convince her to do the K1 to do the spousal visa, which seems like the right thing, but she doesn't want to do it. And I think it's because the lawyer made her feel that it would be hard for her to get a divorce if she needed to, because they would have to go back to Nigeria to get a divorce, which is a financial hardship, you know. I feel like TLC paid for her to go back to Nigeria the last 2 times. Those are my suspicions. But anyways, let's move on. She eventually kind of agrees to it because he's like, I don't have time to wait for this to happen. Like, we need to take the surefied method and run with it because your egg is not going to last much longer. And, you know, she's stressed out about that. Like, Michael, what is he even trying to do? He needs to give up on having kids. He needs to just be like submit and just give up on the fact that they're not going to have kids. He chose a bad egg. So let's see what. Next is Michael and Juliana. Did they even have an episode in episode 9? Did they even have a segment? Was it the rock climbing thing? That's the last thing I remember. Anyways, I can't remember. So let's move on to them. What's episode 10? So Juliana gets a bike, girl, and she is grateful. And I love the fact that Juliana is grateful for the bike because honestly, as much as I love Annie, I feel like if Robert had given Annie a bike, Annie would have been like, I'm not riding in this bike. But Juliana's like, listen, any freedom is freedom. And I'm with it. Okay, I'm with it. And we haven't seen Max and Cece, and I want to know why. That's the only reason why I watch their segments is for Max and Cece. So she gets on her bike and she runs over to Sarah's house to drop off some cheerleading stuff for Cece. And they have a little quick powwow where Juliana tells her about her ex and how it was kind of like a cult and how she got married so quick and then she left him. And then she decided that she wasn't going to depend on no man ever again. And that's why it's a little scary for her to be in the US right now with depending on Robert. And Sarah gave her a little bit of tidbit about Robert, about like he's well-intentioned, he's well-meaning, but sometimes he just doesn't quite get it. Oh my God. I totally had a dream about that scenario. I had a dream that I don't know if I married this man or I don't know, I was taking care of his children and I got into the house and it was a mess. Like it was just a wreck. And that's because Sarah said that like having 2 kids, their lives isn't organized and like things can be a little messy. And girl, I just like went into the house and just like cleaned it up and like told the kids that they can't just leave their shit around. I was like, girl, you gotta pick your shit up. And the boy was like, you gotta put yourself away. Like it's okay to be in here, but like when you leave this room, you need to remove all trace of yourself from this room. You leave this living room, you look around, anything that you brought in there, pick it up and take it with you on out. The same thing with these dishes. You use these dishes, you can use them. You can use all the dishes, but when you're done with them, wash them and put them away. And it was like, the mom came home and the house was clean. And she was like, what did you do? And I was like, I told them to clean the bathroom themselves. That was my dream. I hear it's buffering again. I'm sorry, guys. Every time I try to do something. So she says that, you know, she really feels like Juliana really loves her kids and she feels like Juliana fits into their way of life nicely, and that shows is up for her. Don't let Michael run over you. And then the next scene is, girl, she takes Juliana to get her wedding dress altered. The wedding dress is beautiful. It's beautiful. She bought it in Brazil before she got here. It's beautiful. And I know it's got to be so awkward for the lady who's doing the fitting. She hasn't asked yet, like, what their relationship is, but they're both crying. And I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was wonderful. I'm sorry about the buffering. I have so much more to talk about. Should I quit? Should I stop now? Do you guys want me to stop? Should I just film a video? Me Shannon says ex-wife takes the new wife to get the wedding dress altered. That's too weird for me, LOL. Am I the only one who hated her dress? Says Marie. Lisa says it was a lovely scene. I'd marry a creepy rich guy just for his ex-wife and kids. Oh, keep going? Oh, okay. I'll keep going. You guys, I don't have any frame of reference for what I understand why this is weird. I do. But I don't have any frame of reference to the, like, some of the people, like, not you guys in here, but sometimes I read things online about Sarah and about Juliana, and I just think, you know what? Because it wouldn't have worked for you, like, why is it so impossible for you, for people to, like, get it? Michael and Sarah probably ended on amicable terms. Like, hey, we did this. We made 2 great children, and we're just not happy with each other. So let's just, like, fucking move on and be friends and, like, be adults. Like, it sounds like such an ideal situation. Juliana does not have anyone. His family has been in his ear telling him that Juliana's using him. The girl is happy to get a bike. The girl is willing to go to work. Like, all of this talk about having a prostitute and blah, blah, blah. Like, as much as it might be a scam, she is doing her best on television right now. And I don't think it's a scam. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it is, like, that's okay. I don't think it is. Sarah didn't have anything nice to say about Michael and how he would tell her not to do dishes for V-Day. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like she said anything bad. She's just basically saying, like, these are his pitfalls. Like, she didn't call him a low-down dirty snake who doesn't clean. Like, and even Juliana had somebody to laugh with. And she was like, yeah, it's like he says that he's so busy, but he's playing on the guitar. You know? I said guitar. So I'm just like, I just feel like if it's working for them, it's working for them. You know, it's kind of like sister wives. Like, when people, like, get upset about people being sister wives. I couldn't share my man. I'm like, I think I could. I think I could be a sister wife. Now, I don't know if I want to be raising anybody else's children's, but I'm like, you could take him for, like, a couple days. He's paying my bills. Great. Go ahead. But that's just my unique position in life. I've never had somebody love me, like, that I've been in love with, love me back. So I don't, like, you just, like me back? And you want to, like, okay, let's do it. Let me uncross my legs. Okay. So Juliana and Sarah's conversation is heartwarming. And what Juliana has been through is just amazing, in my opinion. Like, the girl's been through a lot. I mean, they really want us to know she's poor, which is a little overkill sometimes. But if what Ev's saying is true, this girl's been through a lot, and I wish her the absolute best. I mean, she's done more in her life than I've done. She's overcome so much, and she's only 22. Okay, so the next couple that we're going to talk about is Anna and Marcel. And we all know the big fraud in about this is that TLC tried to make Marcel look like a better person or not as much of a dick because they translated his conversation with his parents wrong. They made it seem as though He just tells them that Anna has kids, and they're like, oh, she took you for a fool. We didn't like her anyway. Come home. But really is he tells them that he just found out that she had 3 kids. So he chose to lie to his parents about the situation. And so now they don't like Anna because they think that she tricked him into moving to the US. And so he has to go home. And he says that he's the only son and he had to choose his mother over the love of his life. And people, I mean, I was just real heartbroken by it. Everyone's like, why can't he just be a man? Even Leo is like, why can't he just be a man? Everyone's like calling into like his manhood into it. And I'm just like, he's the only son. Like, it's the same thing with Sumit. It's like, no one has the empathy that a lot of people, not no one, a lot of people don't have the empathy for these people who are in situations where family is everything. And why would he give up on his family who has loved him his entire life for Gino and Joey? I mean, really, it's not just Anna. It's her asshole sons. Now, that being said, I'm not calling these children assholes because obviously Anna has put them through a lot. Chris has bitten my head off about Anna. And a lot of mothers out there have bitten my head off about Anna. And you're right. She's probably done a lot of shady things or things to her kids, and which have made them the way they are with men she chooses, and which is why they don't trust Marcel. And she did, in fact, move a whole ass stranger into their house. And I would feel some kind of way if it were me too. Teenage me would not be having it. Because teenage me doesn't look at Marcel and just go, look at this idiot, this oaf in my house. It just looks like it's another person in my house who's judging me. And Anna has made no efforts to try to acclimate them to him to them, or anyway, in no kind of way that makes any sense. And like a lot of like, you're right. I just think this woman is crying. No matter what, if you see your mom crying and she picks you up from school and she's, oh, my water fell. I can't hydrate anymore. I'm just like, Joey, he's, I mean, it's their relationship, right? Obviously, she has broken the boundaries between mom and son, right? There's no way that my children, I mean, I just can't imagine a scenario in which I'd have 3 children and then like try to bring somebody new into their lives. Like, who has the time and the headache for that? Anna does. And a lot of people do. But like, he just, well, see, I told you, stupid. I don't know. It was just weird. It's weird. And poor little Leo, he's like heartbroken because he wanted a dad, and I'm sure she sold it to him that way. It's just too much. But there are people who have relationships like that with their kids, and I don't think that, you know, I don't know, girl. I really honestly don't know. It's a lot. Marie says, my fam is Muslim Afghan. My brother girlfriend has 2 kids from a previous relationship, and it's so shameful. My family refers to her as, my brother's girlfriend has 2 kids from a previous relationship, and it's so shameful. My family refers to her as the widow. I mean, it's shameful, like in his culture. Thank you, Mari, for that. Thank you, Marie, for that. I'm calling you Mari, like you told me to call you that. Thank you, Marie. Thank you for that insight. I mean, because that's what I see too. I mean, he's wrong for coming over there and like trying to do that whole thing. Like, he shouldn't have lied to them to the jump, and that's what he ends up saying. And he is, I mean, their tears are, it's like, okay, we see the man like huddled in the fetus position underneath the table. Okay. Then we see her crying. And then she ships him off to a hotel to spend the night. And she wants him to think long and hard about what he's missing. And he's thinking long and hard about it. And he just really has to choose his mom. And then he goes back to her house and she's like, Marcel, no, me, finish, done. And he's like, Anna. And she's like, no, Marcel, no. And he's like, Anna, no, Anna, I love you, Anna. And like, I mean, girl, like, how many times do I gotta see this grown ass man crying on TV with their feet huddled in the corner? Like, I just can't. Like, I can't anymore. I don't want to see it. They cry. And then he cries in the bed at the hotel, and the producers are asking him a question. He gets up and he cries then, and he's to come back to her house. And she's like, if you leave, I mean, it's so many moments where she's like, if you walk out that door, we're done. And then they're not done. She comes to the hotel and he's like, she's like, if you do this, we're done. And then like, she just keeps hoping. She's sending him text messages like, I hate you. And he's like, I want to hug you. And she's like, I want to punch you. And it's just like, so melodramatic, Gone with the Wind, fucking any kind of Casablanca. I don't know. I didn't watch Casablanca, but it's just so much. Like, it's just so much. Oh, no. Like, it's so much, you guys. It's so much. Okay, I cannot watch this grown man cry on TV and just like, no, no. And then she's like, I don't want to see you anymore. And then she's like, never, no, never. This is chocolate, chocolate salt. No. It's just, it's literally too much. And then she like picks him up from the hotel to take him to the airport in hopes that he would change his mind again. And he doesn't. They are both boohooing. I thought they were going to drive all the way back to O'Hare, but no, she drops him off at Omaha, whatever. Boohooing, girl. She parks where you're not supposed to park and walks the man into almost the damn gate. They have a moment where like he walks away, she walks away, he turns, he's like, Anna! And she's like, Marcel! And like, girl, I didn't even know the girl had makeup on, and all of a sudden the makeup is down her face. I mean, it's just like, no, that was Trace Anna is still beautiful. Like, I'm like, okay, sis, she looks so much better without makeup on. Guys, I can't say her name again, but I will one more time. Anna! Chocosaw, Anna! Chocosaw! Oh. Hope it buffers right here. Anna! Chocosaw, Anna! It's too much. It's too much. Okay. I wrote that. This breakup scene is too much, is what I wrote. Like, girl, it's too much. Okay, so now let's move on to Stoneface and Idiot. So, Stoneface don't be putting seasoning on her food, and I have a fundamental problem with person who does not put seasoning on her fitness food being with a Black American man, okay? What? She's talking so much shit about her future parents-in-law on TV, like they're not going to watch the show. If they liked her, okay, it's too much. I keep saying it's too much, but it is too much. Fitness food, I usually don't put seasoning in my food. I usually don't put I usually don't put seasoning in my food. I eat fitness food. Okay. So then mom's like, we're going to do this scene. Now, I know you say you don't cook, and you ain't just going to sit up in my house, in my bedroom. You going to come out here and we're going to do this scene, and you going to take the shell off these shrimp. You're going to cut this onion. I don't care if your eyes are watering. Everybody's eyes water. Thanks, ma'am. Here you go. She's like, nah, cut all this food up. And it didn't even look like it was unhealthy. It was shrimps. All she had to say was, hey, before you add the butter, can you put mine to the side? Something wrong with her, okay? She in this woman's house talking about she can't wait for this woman to leave. You in her house. You in her house. You in her Jamaican ass or Caribbean ass house, okay? Talking about you can't wait for her to leave. Excuse me, miss? She was like, you were going to cut up this onion. I loved it. And then she's like, well, in America, the tradition is that your parents pay for the wedding. So what have they said? I haven't talked to my parents about the wedding. What? This face has moved to Los Angeles, California, and has not talked to her parents about the wedding. Are they not coming? Like, what? We need to delve into that. I need more of a backstory on that situation. Like, what do they think about Blake? Have they met Blake? Like, they're not going to pay for anything. So this wedding better be in somebody's backyard is what it should be. I have to fold these socks. Let me just do that, okay? So that's that standoff. And then Stoneface has to go to a show that Blake is in, and he causes her to be okay. She wears the most minimal amount of makeup. I mean, she wears more makeup than Anfisa, but she's still all wearing neutral tones. And she's taking so long, as though, I mean, I guess she was planning on taking pictures. She's like, just like, I'm almost done. I'm almost. I don't even know why I'm pretending. Well, there goes that. I just threw that across the room on accident. Let's get I'm almost done. Like, so crazy. Like, just so insane. And then they're late, and he's kind of nervous about being late. People are calling him like, where you at, bro? You're VP of this whole situation. You're not here. And then they get there. Homies are on and tough. Like, what happened? Where you at? And they're like, oh, it's her. She's like, my fault. And her sister gets there. And then her man gets on stage, and she says, if Blake weren't my fiance, I probably wouldn't be here because I don't like rap music. And she does not even get up and be like, hey. You know how many times I've been to shows to see my friends and it's not funny or I don't like it and I still yell, I still laugh, I still do whatever because you're going there to support them. And even her sister tries to get her to get up and do something. And she's like, why would I get up? I don't like this music, but I'm here. Girl, you're here because you didn't want to sit at home with his mama. That's the only reason why you're here. You're not here because you want to see Blake and support Blake. And here's the deal. I don't care that she's using him for the K1 visa. Let her use him. I don't give one rat's ass. If that fool wants to be a fool, let him go ahead and be a fool, okay? I don't care. My thing is that I feel like his friends are really trying to like get him to see the light, and they're doing too much because honestly, he is in love with her face and he wants that. And they're like, she doesn't support you, bro. And I'm like, let him fall. He will learn a hard lesson later. But he's going to break up with you as friends if you keep talking about his girl because he loves her. And it seems like they do have some kind of rapport. They did have like a cute little moment in the car about her face and him not touching her face or, messing up her makeup. And I felt like it was cool. Like she didn't get mad at him. I think she has her moments, but I just don't care. I mean, they're boring and just who cares? I mean, I do understand where he's coming from when he's talking about her. He's like, that's not her personality. And, she's new and everybody just wants all this from her and expects her to like perform and to like do all these things. And I get it because if it were me, I would feel that pressure. But her reaction to it is just to shut down and just be like, no, I'm not going to impress anybody in his life, which is the wrong reaction. But she's not thinking about the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not thinking about she could cause derision between him and his friends for her being like that because they're young. Like, if it were me and I went someplace and these were my, person's friends for a long time, even if I didn't like them, I'd make the effort until there's at some point throughout their relationship, she can back out of being friends with his friends and when she finds her own friends, but until then, she's not going to have a choice. Like he's going to have to choose between her and his friends. And why make him do that? Anyways. You guys are talking about Rita. Rita seems like trouble. Rita's just doing too much, but she's also doing what she needs to do for the cameras. Like, let's face it. She's on a reality TV show. Like how often is this going to happen for her? She's taking advantage of it. She's taking advantage of it. All right. So he gets in a little like, even when he gets into this little like tiff with his friends in the studio, like I'm okay with him defending her. If it were me, I would want my person to defend me, right? And his friend is like, I don't understand why he's so upset. And I'm like, because like you're talking shit about a girl that he wants to marry, even though you know that it's the wrong person for him and that he's in the long run going to be very unhappy. Like, you still want to support your friend, you know? Okay, so let's talk about Sinjin and Tanya. So this is a scene that I didn't understand because it's not my experience. So I'm going to let those of you guys who are in a relationship take it. I think that Sinjin is trying to do too much by asking her to call him. It's when she got home from, because like she's saying, I can't make that promise to you because I don't know that I am. And so it's like a power struggle between them a little bit. I think that he's trying to struggle with her for some kind of control by demanding that she call him. And I think that she's trying to struggle for control by saying, I shouldn't have to, and I'm fine. Go to sleep. And so I understand where he's coming from, but also like, it's not like he could do anything. Like, what is her calling? I mean, it's just going to give him peace of mind. I get it. But I'm just like, she hung up on him, which I guess is a big no-no. I mean, she cannot dance, girl. Like, why? What kind of body move? Why? I'm confused. This whole salsa lessons and her kind of flirting with the salsa instructor and then her talking about liking to go out and flirt with guys. Like, if this were Sinjin, she would be losing her mind. And I don't understand that double standard. So I'm going to let you guys tell me. So let's go to the phone lines. Diane says, I can't with Tanya. Brenda says, completely disagree. Raquel says, it went too fast. You guys are going too fast now. Brenda said, she's in a whole other country and making him come to America. Clearly, he has no power. Raquel says, I don't think they are going to last. It doesn't seem like they get along. Well, you guys are going Costa Rica, immersed in nature, aka partying her ass off. No, I looked up the thing and there's a lot of downtime. So you can do that stuff. Lily says, if she was in a city over, no need to call. She's in a different country. I understand him. Just peace of mind. Tasha says she should have sent him a 3 a.m. alarm to call him and give him some peace of mind. Raquel says Tanya is rude. You know what? Tanya is probably one of the most hated cast members besides Leda. Like, people hate Tanya. They really, really do. They really do. I've like a lot of it. Like, they hate her. And then her sister. Ooh, you guys heard the tea? Who wants the tea? Hands up. Emoji hand up. You guys know about the tea and her sister? Did I take a screenshot of it? I might have, because I'm trying to be smart these days. Did I take a screenshot? Did I take a screenshot? Did I take a screenshot? That's what we are. A screenshot. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, here it is. You guys ready? I don't know if people hate Angela. The cast members don't like Angela. Okay, here's the tea. So you know how Tanya's sister they low-key don't like each other? Well, after the episode where Sinjin goes over there to like talk to Tanya's sister about Tanya and to like kind of get some insight, and they walk into her dirty house, and she obviously didn't know the cameras were coming, girl. They put no makeup on, girl. Her husband and her don't seem equally yoked, and that's a rude thing for me to say, but I just had to say it out loud. Okay, so here's the tea between Tanya and her sister. Tanya's sister says this online: I do respect her as family, but she's mean to me my whole life. I only made the post because so many people ask me if I really like this if I'm really like this in real life or not. And no, she was never a good sister to me. I'm super glad I have a sister who loves me so much, but she loves me all wrong. Her love is not nice, not healthy, and I don't want that around the family I created. It doesn't appear that Tanya has little respect for her sister, but definitely knows her. Who does Tanya respect? Oh, I'm sorry. Um, um, the So her sister says, she said she quit her job in DC to live with you and help you with the new baby. I said she was probably more work for you, not to live with me. She told mom and me that she was moving back to Connecticut to help me with the baby, just be an auntie, etc. She moved into my and my husband's home unannounced without discussing it with me first. Mom and I thought she would get another apartment, but she forced herself into my house, relinquishing her apartment so she was homeless if I said no to her. Every day from giving birth, she yelled at me. Every day, I called my mom crying to come get her, and that Tanya was making my life a living hell. When someone just has a baby, they need peace and serenity. She even yelled at me for saying I like blueberry lemonade I just bought, bitching about how unhealthy it is, etc. So I kicked her out, and I told mom I was done. So she went to the shed. She didn't even talk to me about Sinjin staying at my place. Like, bitch, yeah. She goes on to call her a raging asshole. She says she gets mad because I understand what Sinjin says or means to say. So when I reiterate that to her, she gets mad because she realizes for a second, oops, but she never apologizes. Hmm. So I think they're in a fight. They're not talking. Hmm. So yeah, Tanya and her mom definitely seem like they're in the same. Yeah, yep. Who said that? Dr. Salma. Tanya, she says Tanya seems similar to her mom. The whole Jack Daniels situation was nuts. Don't touch my tiramisu. Don't touch my Jack Daniels. Like yeah, they've got some like, then I tried to think about if they were men, would we be saying this? Because I always say that whenever we go hard on women and talk about them being bitchy or rude or whatever, I think to myself, if this were a man, would I be feeling the same way? And the answer is yes. However, I would be like, oh, he's just a mean old, like, whatever, and like just a grumpy old, like, fucking man. I think the person is still rude, but somehow it's worse that it's coming from a woman. And so I'm trying to temper my ways in that respect. Now, Tanya, I think that Tanya does have some redeemable things. I feel like her apologizing to Sinjin after she was yelling at him in the car when they got home, like, they go from 1 to 0 in like 90 seconds. Like, she gets off the airplane, he hops over the thing, they hug each other, she's smelling his armpit, she talks about he loves his natural odor, his pheromones, and then they get into the car and she's like, why didn't you take a woodworking class? And she immediately goes in on him. And then she talks about how she understands that she's wrong and that it's frustrating because he is a very whimsical, fly by the seat of his pants type of guy. And just because he says he's going to do something doesn't mean he's going to do something. And right now, he cannot show her or prove to her that he will do something. So she's frustrated and takes that out on him. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But then also, what you need to do is not marry a flighty pants and bring him to the US and expect him to just go get a 9 to 5 to give you the stability that you want. Because what you need to do is just marry a stable man. Also, not be away from them for a month. So there's that. um Lily says she needs therapy. She's a smart woman and she needs help connecting the dots. No, I agree. She needs a whole lot of therapy. I don't know what happened to her or who did it to her, but it happened and she needs help. 100%. um Tasha says she seems kind of whimsical too, though. I don't think she has much room to criticize. I think she is whimsical, but I don't know her as much. But yeah, that whole she shed business, how she moved him into a space with no roof, no ceiling, unacceptable. It's probably cold AF. They can't even be like, I don't know what time of year it is. It isn't winter, but they need to get that space insulated before winter happens. Like, there's no way in Connecticut when it snows they're just gonna be able to live. And then like the whole house on the inside, like, that shit is crazy. All right, you guys. So that's it. Did I talk about everybody? Is there anything outstanding that you can think of that you're like, oh man, she didn't talk about that? She left that out. She's very controlling for someone. All right, you guys, for those of you guys who are not watching this live, this will be the point where you can exit the room. Thank you so much for sticking with me. And thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to be doing Love After Lockup as well. Oh, I got on schedule, girl. Got to get on schedule. I've watched like one episode, like half an episode. Girl, Michael and Megan and Sarah are back, and I'm excited about it. I'm not excited about Lacey and Shane. Okay, Sean, what's his name? I don't know. So yeah, you guys can exit. Thank you so much. And for those of you guys that are in the room, let's look. Oh, Tiana's here. Oh yeah, thumbs up this video. 238 people in this room and 69 likes. Can I get to 100? Can we get to 100 thumbs up? If Chris was here, she would sing. Is Chris even here? Chris, are you still in the room? She loves to just exit the room. I will watch her videos. I'll sit there, bated breath, and watch. And Chris just cannot be bothered. I'm going to text her and ask her if she's still watching. Jessie Lee is here. All right. Or did you leave as per usual? All right. Michael is my favorite storyline. Michael, there's 3 Michaels. You got to be more specific. Oh, there she is. Only because I text her. She told me she has me on mute. She has me on mute. Okay, what are you guys saying? Oh, Ashley is singing. Thumbs up. Oh, she says she just can't listen. All right, well. Thank you so much, Tiana. No, nothing. All right. Love After Lockup, Michael. Oh, yeah. Love After Michael. There's a lot of Michaels in this world. A lot of people name their children Michael. Is that everybody's favorite angel? I wonder. Why is that a satin bonnet? No, it's like a Dollar Tree fake wrap. Where did I get this from? Oh no, I got it from the beauty supply. It's just like a turban type thing with like a fake bow. Michael is my favorite name. Oh, is it? Huh. I know a lot of Michaels. We've missed you. I missed you guys too. Thanks so much, Tay. Wow, the impressions were good, even though the buffering in it added to the crying moans. Anna! That one? Fleecy the Sheep Girl says, most common guy's name here in Canada is Michael. Yeah, it's common in the US too. All right, you guys. If you guys don't have anything else to say about this episode, if I didn't miss anything, I want to thank you guys so much. Oh, you have to watch it still. Oh, I understand. Okay. Somebody in Korea just wrote something in Korean. Thank you. Marcel. Me, you finish, Marcel. Me, you finish. Chocosol. I'm so mad at you. I want to punch your face. Anna. Anna. Like oh god, it's so sad. It's so sad. Uzo says, "Why? I love you, and so why?" She accepted my friend request on Insta. Oh, Fleecy the sheep girl, you think his crying was fake? Chris, we'll have this conversation later. All-time favorite book. Oh, you're welcome. Chocolate salt. Chocolate salt, Anna. All right, you guys, that's it. I have to get ready for work. Work is tomorrow. Tuesday through Saturday. My weekend is over. It's not sad. Definitely fake. Neither had tears, just a lot of face covering. Oh, I saw tears. I saw tears and red eyes. I saw tears and red eyes. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a fantastic week. Fantastic week. I wish you all the best in this new year. I need to do a video talking about the new year and what I want to do. So I'm thinking of that thing where you on your channel where you like ask people to join. I was thinking of doing that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. But that's another video for another day. I need more brainstorming. I have a calendar since 2020. I want to try to make my like this look, you know. But I want to say bye to you guys. Thank you so much for those of you who are all across the world. Those of you guys who are in the UK, those of you guys who are on the East Coast, those of you guys who are in Korea. Thank you so much for watching my channel and joining me this evening. You guys have a fantastic day. And remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. And don't forget to thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. I said thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Oh, my nephew is on 10. Can you even hear him? Just running around screaming. Bye, guys. Thanks for all my moderators. Thank you, guys. Tiana, Jesse, Lee, Chris. Thank you, guys. Bye.